Hey everybody, Derek Pierce here, and in this video I'm going to show you the 5 methods to generating $1,000 a day online, even if you don't have a product to sell and even if you're just starting out. So the thing that I love about these 5 methods is that you can implement them immediately. You don't have to do things first to start making money. These are things that you can begin offering immediately as a service to local businesses. And everything that we're talking about here is being of service to local businesses and local clients. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because when I got started online, I thought that I had to create a product. That was the first model that was rolled out to me that I was introduced to, was creating my own product. So literally months went by where I tried to create this product and make it perfect because I wanted everybody to like it. Then I wanted them to refer me business and make it the absolute perfect product. Now I know better ways to create products, but a lot of people when they're first starting out, they think, okay, I've got to have this perfect product before I can start selling and start making money online. And by doing that, really that keeps you from gaining any kind of momentum, and that keeps a lot of people from seeing the successes because they get bogged down with the day-to-day type stuff. And as a result, they never really launch their course or launch their program. While I love selling courses and programs and coaching, the affiliate marketing is similar in nature. In other words, what you've got to do is you've got to do stuff up front to be able to make money. In other words, you've got to go out and rank a website, or you got to rank a video, or you got to build an email list in order to be able to make sales and be able to make money online. Using these 5 methods, you can actually collect money up front and then go do all the work. Using these 5 methods, these are business models that you can implement right away. You can start offering these as services to local businesses. Now, there's 2 methods that we're going to talk about to really get your foot in the door to sell other stuff, while the final 3 have recurring revenue built in as well as higher ticket services that you can provide for your potential clients. So let's go ahead, let's get started. First, let's talk about the entry level services that you can provide to mainly get your foot in the door to sell other stuff. So the first thing that I really like to use is what we consider to be the website audit. The website audit is super simple to do. Basically here, you're pointing out any kind of flaws that you can see with the website. Recently, we did a website redesign where the About Us page had viruses, the Contact Us page had viruses, there was broken links, the site loaded slow, it wasn't mobile friendly. These are all things that you can put together as part of your proposal. So that's one of the first things that we look at. We look at site speed. Second, we look at if the site is mobile responsive. Third, we're going to be looking at backlinks to see, where their SEO stands and if we want to make a recommendation as far as their SEO, including Google My Business. Now, the tools that we use, don't sweat it, but most of these tools are free, are practically free, or they have free trials included. The first tool that we use is a tool called Screaming Frog. And so what this does is this goes through and it scans your websites and it will show you all the broken links that you have on your website. So you'll know to quickly be able to fix those. And this is one of the biggest things that I see a lot of people do is they'll build a website years ago, then they don't update it. And a lot of times these will have broken links and whatnot. So this is one of the main tools that we use. Then we use a tool called Pingdom, tools.pingdom.com. And what we do here is we just plug in our URL to see what the site speed is. Once we see the site speed, then we can go in and make recommendations as to how to speed that up. That'll be a video for a later time possibly. But with this, site speed is one of the biggest indicators or one of the biggest factors as it relates to SEO. So if you can imagine, if the user lands on a website, it takes forever to load, what's going to happen? Obviously, they're going to hit the back button. As a result, it's going to hurt your SEO. So then let's go back to the presentation mode here. You can also look at their Google My Business listings or the Maps listings to see if they need help with their Google Maps or Google My Business. And you can also make recommendations from there as well. Method number 2 is website redesign. So this goes hand in hand, as I was saying before. If you go in and you look at the audit, you look and say, okay, this needs a new look, a new face. Then basically what you can do is you can sell the website redesign. Now, website redesigns go anywhere from $2,000 up to $15,000 from what I have seen. Some probably even more if it's a bigger corporation and whatnot. But this is where you are able to take and just basically give this a facelift. Now, the tool that I use to be able to create the designs and redesigns without having to know any kind of code is, first of all, I use WordPress, and then there's a theme that I use called Thrive Themes. I did a video on that some time ago. I'll put a link below this video so you can check that out. That's something that you are interested in. But basically what that allows me to do is drag and drop everything in a fashion to where it looks pretty, looks professional, looks like a high quality website. Now let's move into the recurring formula. So basically what's happened is if I've done an audit, and sometimes we'll do audits for free. If we know somebody is active with their social media presence, if they're actively pushing stuff on YouTube, or if they're actively pushing content out, we'll go to them and say, hey, I noticed you're putting out a lot of stuff. Would you like for us to audit the SEO side? Because a lot of times they're not even looking at that frame of mind. They're not even looking at it from the SEO standpoint. So we'll do an audit, and then what we're doing from that audit is then we're making recommendations from there. Website redesigns are very easy projects to do. You can do these in a matter of just a couple of days with the right theme set and with plugging in and putting yourself to work and getting this knocked out. Now, what you want to do is when you're doing the audit or you're doing the redesign, this is sort of get your foot in the door to be able to build into the recurring formulas. So these are the ones that are going to make you money month after month after month. So these also have high ticket services built into it. So method number 3, and this is the first recurring model that I would recommend that you do, is the social media management as well as local ads. This is a recurring product, meaning they're going to pay you every single month to run this for them. If you go in and you look at a company, especially if you're doing the audit, you can also include this too. You can look to see what their social media presence looks like. If it's a ghost town, then you know that it's costing them sales. Look for example, in your own, when you're doing a search for a business and you look them up on Facebook and you see that they haven't updated their postings in 12 months, what does that say? It says, well, they're not very good, right? So what you want to do is you want to show them that. You want to bring that out to them. This is a service that you can provide in literally as little as 2 hours a month that you can provide. You can update all of their social media presence. To do that, there's a tool that you can use called, let me just see here. It's called Hootsuite. If you're not familiar with that, you can just go to hootsuite.com or just Google it. You see there's a free trial here. But basically what this allows you to do, this allows you to update all the social media presence at once. You can schedule. Also, you can use a tool called IFTTT. Now, IFTTT stands for if this, then that. Make sure I spelled that right. This is a free service. So basically what happens here is anytime you update your YouTube channel, this can go out and it can update all of your social media profiles. So it can go out and update WordPress.com. It can go out and update Blogger.com. It can go out and update Tumblr. It can update Twitter. If you update a post on your blog, it can go out and it can notify all these social media presence at the same time, letting them know that you just made an update to your blog. It's very simple to do, very easy to understand. And again, this is a free service that you can utilize to your advantage as part of managing the whole social media. And then what you can also do is then you can add in, you can offer an ad service where you offer ads for local businesses. The fact is most business owners don't understand how these interfaces work with the ad platforms, with the social media platforms, and they don't even really realize that they have the ability to publish ads to their potential audiences. And that's where you can come in, because if you understand how to use the ad platforms, then you can create ads for them. And you're not paying for the ads, they're basically hiring you to run the ads for them. And you can expect anywhere from $1,000 up to provide this service for local businesses in your area. Now, let's move on to method number 4, which is one of my favorites, because this is where I really got started online, was search engine optimization. After I had tried to create my own product and failed miserably at that, then I got to getting into SEO, and I started learning SEO techniques. And you can provide search engine optimization to local businesses. And this can be for their Google My Business page, or this can be also for their website. The idea here is basically you're getting the keywords that they want to rank for, and then you're positioning their sites to the top. So if we just take a look I want to show you a keyword that I just typed in just recently, best gyms in Huntsville. If you look here, you will see these are Google My Business listings right here. It used to be called Google Maps, but these are listed right here. You can use SEO for these listings. You can position these listings higher. And then you also have below this, these are the organic listings where you can SEO their main websites. So this is a service that you can provide for your clients. And again, you're looking at anywhere from $1,000 up per month, depending on how competitive the niches are and depending on how competitive the market is and what it is that your client is looking to do. So this is another service that you can provide because people don't understand how to provide SEO to their websites. They don't have time for this type of stuff. And method number 5, and this is one of the more advanced services that you can provide, which is reputation management. Now, I say this is a more advanced service that you can provide, and the reason why is because this is a pain in the ass, okay? And so when you're doing this, you've got to get paid, and you will get paid because not many people do this to the quality that it needs to be done. Now, here's why this is more of a challenge, and I always like a challenge, but here's why this is more of a challenge, is because your job in doing this service is to move up multiple websites in an effort to move multiple sites down. So if you just look at this here inside of Google, I just did a search here, just a simple command, site : and then ripoffreport.com. Ripoffreport.com is a complaint website. This is where people go to complain about businesses, both online business as well as just regular businesses or whatever. And a lot of times you will see these showing up in the search results because this is a pretty authoritative website. So what happens is when people get negative reviews, this starts to hurt their sales. So like when somebody does a search for, let's say you're looking for a gym and you see that they're the top one is listed. Well, then if they Google that particular gym and then there's like all these negative reviews, then what's going to happen? They're going to lose the sale based off of a Google search. So that's where this service is so important, and this is where it comes into play. Now, I've had people that have not been able to get jobs because of DUIs showing up in the press release where, there was a press release of someone getting arrested, like a high-profile attorney or something along those lines, and now all of a sudden they can't get a job. I've also had people that, had negative press that couldn't get jobs in other areas. And so 6 months beforehand, they could have gotten a job anywhere in the world. They were a sought-after attorney. But then when this negative stuff started hitting, guess what? They can't find a job anywhere. And the reason why is because people are just doing a simple Google search. So in your job as a reputation manager, and where the opportunity lies and why there's so much money in reputation management is because it takes time, it takes dedication, and also you have got to move many sites up while moving the bad ones down. So if we're just using this as an example, let's just assume that you've got the top 3 here. Let's say they were negative stuff. Well, that means you've got to move 3 up in its spot to move the other 3 down out of the search results. So that's how that works. I've done this for best-selling authors. I've done this for attorneys. And this is something that you can provide as well on a local level. Just be sure that you're asking for enough money because at the end of the day, it is a lot of work, but it is worthwhile because you will get paid very well to do this particular service. So hope you've enjoyed these 5 methods to be able to make $1,000 a day online, even if you're just starting out. If you've enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video that you see here. And look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Got more videos coming out very, very soon. Take care, and we'll see you real soon.